Hello, welcome back. I'm down here at the garden again. I have so much to do. It's so good. It's so beautiful out. So excited. I'm gonna open this baby up. It's in the 50s today and the greenhouse is showing about 75, so that's pretty awesome. All of my brassicas are doing awesome. My beets are doing well, but I have got to get these in the ground. These are starting to yellow. They need some nutrition. They need to be fertilized, so that's got to happen this week. But today, I also need to work on not only getting these babies ready to plant, but I need to start thinking about and moving towards getting my compost bin ready, which is this. I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to compost. I started bokashi bins and they're doing awesome. So I need to get those into there, and also need to get these potatoes in the ground. But in the meantime, I'm going to go check on my kiddos. They are over here with Grandpa, and he wanted to work on the bridge some more, so he's up there at the lumber pile. They had that milled from trees here on the farm, and he's using some of that wood to make the actual bridge. So in our last video, you saw, they are up there. In our last video, you saw where I didn't do anything. Aaron and his dad set these posts here in place, and he said today he's working on the ramps so we can have a nice steady walk up. This is kind of our entertainment spot. It's really windy today, but it's completely, I guess you would say, off-grid. There's no power here. There's no running water hooked to it. This was a hunter's cabin that they were going to stay in. I don't know if the original owners actually really ever stayed in it. I don't know that it was actually finished. So we considered living in it till we could figure out housing if the mobile home was not going to be an option. Since the mobile home obviously worked out, we didn't live in this. But we turned it into a little pavilion where we entertain and have family gatherings and church functions and birthday parties and play dates and all the fun things. But this spot doesn't have power, running water, bathrooms, which can be a little challenging. So the thought was, even though we can drive over there, the thought was to have a little footbridge where we could push a wheelchair if we had to. We could walk across, and then people could use the bathroom here, which will be my in-laws' house. We've talked about putting a bathroom here. I don't know that we'll ever be able to get a septic system here because of the water and our ordinances, the zoning and the codes and all that. Talked about putting composting toilet, all those things. So we'll see eventually how far we go with it. But for now, a little walking bridge is going to be awesome. It's just going to connect our property to their property, and it'll most definitely be used. A sweet young lady in my church who has the gardening bug like I do gave me some strawberries, so I'm going to get those planted out soon. So I think what I'm going to do is pot some stuff. I had all this potting soil and trays on my porch, and now that it's warming up, I can get this stuff in the greenhouse and off my porch. So I started sprouting some seeds. I've got 2 kinds of yarrow, savory, which is an herb, feverfew, and some poblano. I dug this oregano out of the garden because it is taking over that spot. And I think what I'm going to do is grow it in these pots and kind of move it around, because oregano deters pests, and you can't just plant this. This will obviously, like I've experienced, take over. So I'm thinking I'm just going to kind of grow it in these pots and place them throughout the garden as a pest deterrent and see where it goes. I saw some really beautiful like cottage gardens where they had mint, rosemary, oregano in pots like these just placed, and then greens growing around it, and it was so beautiful. So if anything, it will look lovely, and that's a win. Problems growing yarrow in the past, and I saw this trick on Instagram and decided, what do I have to lose? So she sprouted them in these bags, and I do this with my peppers and it works really well. Saves a lot of wasted space, and you know what's germinating. And I have a lot of good germination here, so I'm gonna hopefully not destroy the roots, but I'm gonna pot, I don't know if you can see it, these little guys up. And hopefully we'll have lots of yarrow come late spring, early summer. Alright, I'm gonna start working on filling up my bin, and what I have here is just mulch, some dirt, leaves, sticks. I pulled this off of and around an old stump that's been decaying in the woods, and that's what I'm going to use for my base. Do I know what I'm doing? Absolutely not. I've never done this before, but I am not afraid to try. And if this is going to be better for our farm, better for our garden, better for our budget, it's worth it. This is the leaf pile my kids made back in the fall, and look what's already hanging out in there. A little worm. This is my finished bokashi, and it's gonna go in here. I have my base, which is mulch and leaves and sticks. I did a layer of I had some mint that I had pruned. I had some lavender that was old I pruned. Just a bunch of roots and greens and stuff, so I put a layer of that down. I've got a layer of leaves down again, and then I'm going to toss this bokashi. And because that was gross, we left that off the camera. And then I did another thick layer of leaves, and I'm just going to keep going with that. I've got another bin that needs to go in here, and this guy is going to have to live in the greenhouse because that bear is going to smell this and see a garbage can. He's not going to be able to resist. All right. Let's see how she does. I've got layers of leaves and clippings, bokashi bins, more leaves, old potting soils. I don't know, it's worth a shot, right? You don't know till you try. The way things are going, we might have to get a little more brave in our way of doing things and trying new things, thinking outside of our boxes, you know, that sort of thing. So I will keep you posted on how it goes. We'll check it every now and again. I will aerate it. We'll just see. I'll keep researching, I'll keep reading, and I'll keep learning, because that's one of the great things about the garden is you never stop learning, you never stop trying, you never stop changing up the way you do things, and it keeps you on your toes. So I am gonna go check on this bridge progress. My kiddos have been working with Grandpa all day, and Aaron has been helping his uncle put in a kitchen for an elderly lady in the community, just volunteering their time and their talents and all of that. So he's been gone all day, and Grandpa has been on grandkid duty. So thank you so much for watching and coming along with me on my efforts. Maybe you won't learn anything, but maybe you'll at least be inspired or encouraged to keep trying, to keep going, or to do something new. Thank you for watching. May the Lord bless and keep you until we meet again.